live from Ithaca, New York. This is Keeping It Krystal with your host, Krystal Novasad.
Now when the sun come up, I'll be there to say what up in the morning. Brush my teeth, find that clip I've been looking for.
Hello and welcome to Keepin' It Krystal. I'm your host, Krystal Novasad, and here I have with me today Jake Rossfield.
French.
Thank you for joining us today. Could you tell us a little bit about your talent and how it all started?
Well, I like doing improv comedy because I just like making people laugh, even if I'm not good at it. I still like doing it. But I got started because I took an acting class last year in high school. I was 18 because I wanted an easy class. I didn't want something I needed to work hard for. And it turned out to be my favorite class I've ever taken. Mm-hmm. And every Thursday and Friday we did like improv games and stuff. And I realized I really liked doing it.
Did you have any inspiration that made you join the class, or anyone in the class that inspired you?
People in the class, yeah, I for sure switched into it because two of my friends told me they were in it, and then when I switched in, I realized I pretty much knew everyone in there. They were all really funny, so.
Oh, so it's a nice cool
awesome.
little atmosphere going on in that class.
But,
have you ever performed in front of like a large crowd?
I actually have, because there was a show that we did in May last year that it was dedicated to one of our alumni from the high school who was killed in Iraq, and he was in the class and loved doing improv, so they named a scholarship after him, and we raised money with the tickets, and everybody in the class performed.
Oh, how cool. Mm-hmm. So now, being in college, are you still doing improv, or is it kind of on the back burner?
It's on the back burner because they did not accept me, unfortunately. There was a lot of competition.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
There was about like 25 of us, and only 2 people got accepted. So, whatevs.
Would you retry out again?
I would. Until they accept me.
Until they, never ending. You're going to keep on doing it.
Even after I graduate.
I'll make sure you're a legend just for that. How do you practice improv?
There's a couple different ways. You just do like warm-ups, like everybody like stands in a circle, and you go around the alphabet and say the first word beginning with your letter that comes to mind. So like someone starts with A, they say like alpha. Then someone with B says barn, and someone with C says cow. And then they go around the circle and they keep going. That's one thing. Another one is to like everybody, like someone turns to another person and they clap, and everyone tries to clap at the same time as fast as you can, just to get everything all calibrated.
Okay, so, I'm trying to think, because when I think of improv and I think of someone practicing, I think of Jim Carrey and like how he goes in front of the camera and like makes funny gestures with his face and makes weird noises. Do you guys do any of that, or that's all for show?
I think that's for show. I mean, it's probably for him to get his facial expressions down in the movies. I mean, we didn't do anything in front of a camera, so I wouldn't really know about that. But no, we didn't really do stuff like that.
Okay, was there any advice you have for anyone who's looking at a career in improving or just thinks it's fun?
There's a couple things. First rule is to never say no, because someone could set something up, and if you say no, you just crush them, like absolutely crush their joke. Another thing is don't try to make a joke. It'll be funny on its own. Mm-hmm. And the funniness comes from the situation you're in. And aside from that, just don't be nervous.
Makes sense. Don't be nervous. Just basically have fun the whole time, right? Yeah,
pretty much. Oh, and enjoy the people you're working with, because if you're friends with them, it'll make everything a lot better.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. One last thing. Mm-hmm. Is it fun? Do you like it, or is it improv? Would you make it your career?
I would definitely make it a career, but I'll never be as good as like Kevin Flynn from the janitor from Scrubs, mm-hmm. who doesn't have a single scripted line in that show. It's all improv.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you. And tune in next week in Keeping It Krystal. We'll
this has been another episode of Keeping It Krystal. Tune in next week for more entertainment.
So I move along a bit higher. I'll be up a bit away, 'cause they gon' judge me anyway.